What's up, locals? Well, today we take a look at the Rufus from Pound. And to say that this bag surprised me would be an understatement. I know I came into this pretty skeptical, actually. I came from a grip bag, a Grip CX1. It truthfully holds about the same. It's probably a little bit taller than this. It's got a rigid frame. It's slightly heavier. But all in all, the bags are fairly similar. And so I kind of thought, how different could the experience be? Well, right off the start, let's spoil this video right away here. It's lighter, the straps are thicker and more comfortable. We talked about them in our Octo haul video, but if you didn't catch that one, they just kind of stick out. And for me, when I go to put this bag on, I just find it so easy to wear as a full backpack with both straps on. So comfort of the straps. This loop here, it sounds simple and it sounds silly, but for a bag that's a little bit shorter, having this be really tall and quite firm means it's really easy to grab it when you're standing up to go play. You've got a mini pocket here or a scorecard pocket here. I'll be honest, a lot of times when we're doing U-Disc, I'll even just keep my phone in here too. I've actually even used this kind of like as a phone holder if I was going to try to do a little bit of filming. And you've got side pockets here for like markers. You've got your putter pocket up top. I think they say 2 or 3. I've easily gotten 4 into this pocket. I think there's 3 in here right now. Yep, there are. And opening up the main compartment here, we'll see what I've got in here. I actually have a little bit of room in here. I don't like a bag that's like super tight, like with, just crammed right in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 in here right now. But if I was to pull, I could probably easily get 14. That's even pretty loose. I feel like I could probably get 15 or 16 in here. And if I had less mid-ranges and less approach discs, I could definitely get at least probably 16 in here, if not more, into this main compartment. You've got your side pockets. Now, these are interesting. We've got a zipper pouch on the side here, which is just as deep as the pocket looks on the side here. This is great for like cell phone, wallet, keys, that kind of thing. And then these open. This one doesn't open all the way down, but as you can see inside here, there is a large, this is the full depth of this pocket, goes right down. I think you could actually put a water bladder in here or any other things that you maybe want to keep tight to the side here. You could probably roll up a windbreaker, keep it nice and tight in there. You'll notice at the top too that there's this black, it's sort of an elasticy strap. There's one down the bottom as well, great for either an umbrella or a disc retriever. In fact, I've got one here. Just show you this. This is my max distance, 16.5. And when I slide this in, goes right down to the bottom, held in place nice and firmly. You can zip this up and keep the contents of this pocket nice and protected still. And with these being YKK zippers, they're not going to like fall open. These, you zip them up and they hold their spot. Flipping this bag around the other side, this zipper opens most of the way down, and this can actually fold into itself because you've got a little insulated water bottle or beverage holder here. This is great just to keep things separate. This just slides right in here. Very simple, very straightforward. On this side, you've got only a sort of half depth elasticized pocket here. Again, this is another great spot for a mini. A lot of times this is actually where I'll keep my phone because I will typically keep a mini in this pocket. And then it ends up that my phone can be just sitting there, very easy to access. And if you're using U-Disc, it's nice to have that right there. You've got, just pop this off for a minute so you can see, a couple of D-rings at the top here for towels and tags, anything like that you might have. And again, I feel like this bag, I came from a Grip CX1, and I feel like the advantages, or I guess the main differences, are that the grip would stand a little bit taller and had that rigid frame to it. These side storage pieces, which are very comparable to that Grip CX1, one thing was those had like an expandable option. You could actually zip down a section, and like an accordion, it would actually reach out further. So you had a little bit of extra storage, and where this side here, you're actually putting your drinks right into this side pocket. The grip bag actually had like a separate cup holder that attached on the outside of the bag. So it meant that your side storage areas could be used for whatever you needed them for. Now, I love that extra storage, but at the same time, I rarely used both sides. Truthfully, I often had like one side empty. Now, it's never a bad thing to have more storage than you need, but most of the time, if I've got a water bottle in here, truthfully, as long as I've got room on this side for a windbreaker or a light jacket come fall, or some room for some snacks, or a sandwich or something, that's really all you need. And and the other, I guess, notable thing is with that rigid frame, the grip bag gives you a rail system on the bottom to keep the bottom of the bag off of the ground. It sort of has it sitting up a little bit higher, but with those rails and with that rigid frame added some extra weight. So I know for myself, I thought, well, how could this bag, I can't imagine liking this without those rails, without that rigid frame. And once in a while, I will say that this bag maybe doesn't stand up on like uneven ground or on a sloped, if you're playing on a hill or something, it may, have a bit of a tendency to want to fall over, a little bit. But I think the advantage with this is the fact that the comfort level between the straps here and just how lightweight this is, makes this bag, very compelling for someone that's come from a grip bag going, like this is actually, it's quite a bit lighter, and you're getting a lifetime warranty. And I think the cool thing about Pound as well is, if I sell this bag, or if I buy a used one, that bag still has that warranty. They warranty their products, they stand behind their products. We had a little bit of feedback from that Octo Haul video, talking about the price of these and like how is purchasing a Pound bag, feasible, realistic, how could you justify spending that much money on a Pound bag? And that's totally fair. I don't want to be reviewing things that are, priced so expensive that people are, kind of turned off by the content. That's far from what we're trying to do here. What these are is by being, a product that's made in the States, there's a sustainability element to them because of the quality. In 2020, I bought an Innova Excursion bag. Pretty similar shape, actually, like offering side storage, middle pocket, putter pocket. I mean, most disc golf bags offer a general feature set that is at least fairly similar, right? But after 1 year, that Innova Excursion wasn't looking good already, and I spent $100 on that bag. So, for these bags, they might be 3 to 4 times that. But if this bag, gives me a lifetime for that price point, knowing that I'm playing a couple times a week through the summer, to me that's worth it. And especially, when you go in and you go on their website and you see the story, behind Levi and the whole crew over at Pound, coming from Mystery Ranch and, understanding what makes a quality backpack, backing their products, having removable backpack straps because they realize that, essentially the first thing to go on a pack are the straps. So by providing the opportunity to remove these straps and replace them, it also means you've got, a much less wasteful product, because if these straps wear out, it doesn't mean that I'm throwing out the whole bag to replace it. It actually just means that I'm throwing out these straps and getting replacement straps. So the fact that they've thought about these things, when we think about brands now like Trash Panda and even Renew backpacks, shout out to Renew for their work to turn old billboards into backpacks. I think that's a fantastic initiative. Pound is making packs to make them once, to last you for as long as possible. So, when we see other brands, for example, like Squatch, I just saw their Lore bag. Have you seen the Lore bag? It looks just like a Rufus, and again, looks like a couple times now we've seen Squatch essentially, copying, the design cues of a Pound bag, but then doing mass production, overseas in, I'm not sure whether it's China. I'd only be guessing where that production's happening, but these are made in the States. And, I like to think too about when you think about a a Fender guitar, for example. You know, you can buy a Mexican-made Fender for a fraction of the price, or you can buy an American-made Fender, and it's, you know, it's supporting business in the United States, which, you know, this bag is actually only made, you know, handful of hours from us here in Calgary, so we're, you know, pretty excited to be supporting a brand that makes such good quality stuff with such intention behind their product. If you're a casual player, this bag won't maybe speak to you, but for someone like myself that plays as much as I do, having a bag that's going to have a lifetime warranty, that's so comfortable, that's so light, that almost enhances the level of enjoyment, because, you know, this is pretty much what I'm carrying on a day-to-day basis anyway. It was lighter than a grip bag. Yes, it's more expensive, but, you know, the feature set are all things that I value. And not to mention, obviously they sent me this one, but the customization features, you know, if you want to put together a color scheme through their website, the customization is incredible. So I am such a fan of this bag. I didn't expect to be. You know, I went into this pretty skeptical. I thought, you know, my grip bag is great. It's a huge step up from that Innova Excursion that I had that was, you know, sort of a cheaper bag. And obviously I paid more for the grip bag too. And this is, you know, again, a step up from that. But knowing that I'm getting a lifetime warranty with it, with such comfort, great feature set, holds the right amount of discs, you know, I can't really fault, you know, what they're doing here. I think it's an amazing bag. I've even thought about, you know, do I even really need a cart, because this bag is so light, so comfortable, and gives me, you know, so much space. As I said before, the only thing that the grip bag was giving me was, like, you know, separate, independent cup holders on the back. But truthfully, that just meant that I had, like, you know, a lot of extra storage that, like, most of the time I wasn't really using. So yes, it gives you, you know, a little bit more storage there, and obviously it's a cheaper bag, but they would be manufactured overseas. This is, you know, bringing industry back into the United States, which is kind of a cool thing to do too. And, you know, support a handmade bag and knowing that you're getting quality. So having said all that, you know, I want to say a huge thank you to Levi for sending us these bags for review. Obviously, it's very easy for me to speak positively about a product that was sent to me, and I hear that too. But I'll be honest with you, you know, having this one here, I'm a fan of, like, subtle color schemes, and so many times I've contemplated, you know, buying the bag of my choice, and basically it would be probably the pound bag. Now, you may notice also on my bag that I've got some Velcro. I've got a Velcro patch on the side here, and I've got a Velcro strip down the bottom here. Shout out to Jo Henderson for her Stay the Course patch. I've got a Mantra patch, big surprise. But on the deluxe version of these bags, they actually give you a Velcro strip along the bottom here, along the water bottle side, and then a single patch on this side. And just to let you know, our patches are available at JK Discs and Limber Disc Golf. I will leave links to both of those down in the description. But I just actually added some Velcro patches onto this bag that followed the same scheme as the deluxe bag. And I think the only other thing that you get from the deluxe bag is at the bottom here, there's also a pocket down the bottom here. So I haven't gotten my hands on the deluxe version of this bag, but after using this one as much as I have and becoming such a fan of this bag, I am seriously contemplating that bag too, because they're fantastic. Also, forgot to mention, there is some breathability to the back here to keep your back cool. As you can see, these straps here pop off with just buttons. And, you know, I guess if I was gonna critique one thing about this bag, with these removable straps, you know, I think sometimes when I'm going to pop this bag on and off, the angle that I swing it on at sometimes will pop one of those buttons off. The straps never come off completely, but the way I put the bag on and off, once in a while I will get that button kind of popping off a little bit, where I, you know, probably could, slight irritation to that, if I'm honest. That's the one, probably the only thing I could really critique. It does have this little sternum clip as well, which, because the bag's already on my back, it's really nothing to just snap that together. I find that to be, you know, again, just sort of further support. But as you can see, if I go to, like, lift this on, even from a seated position here, if it's already on your back, you know, it's nothing to do that, and then you're just getting that, like, little bit of extra support where your chest is taking a little bit off your back as well. I will leave a link to Pound's website down in the description where you can check out their bags there. It's light, it's comfortable, and to me, it's the perfect backpack. Celebrating the local community that makes this sport so great. My name is Ryan. This is Local. We are local.